Good morning, children. I am sure you all must be hale and hearty. Students, from last two classes, we are seeing about great scientists written by APJ Abdul Kalam and Srijan Pal Singh. The story is very inspirational and is all about Michael Faraday. In our last class, we had seen that Davy was jealous of Faraday and would give him difficult tasks, but Faraday always accepted the challenges and kept failure as a stepping stone to success. Let us see what happens next. Take out your textbooks, page number 52, and have pencil in your hand. In 1829, Davy died and Faraday succeeded him as head of the laboratory. Succeeded means he took the position as head of the laboratory after Davy. He was free to pursue whatever he liked and he made another revolutionary discovery. He noticed that if he moved a magnet, it could produce electrical current. Thus, he could now convert motion into electricity. This is how the electrical generator was born, something still used today to generate all kinds of power like dynamos and other devices. Now, what is dynamo? Dynamo is a machine for converting mechanical energy into electrical energy. Faraday was now a legend. In 1840, he developed memory loss, which continued for the rest of his life. But the disease did not stop him. He persevered, started a complicated experiment to prove that light was closely related to electricity and magnetism. A novel thought in those times. Remember that piece of Bavarian glass Faraday had kept on his shelf? He was determined to convert the reminder of his first major failure to an instrument of great success. He used the same glass now to show that in the presence of a magnet, light could be isolated into a single wave. Isolated means separated into a single wave rather than spreading out randomly in all directions, a concept called polarization. He then took the age-old experiment of sprinkling iron filings on a sheet of paper. I am sure you all know what are iron filings. They are the small particles of iron on a sheet of paper near a magnet, making circular patterns. He went on to prove that these patterns were not a property of the iron filings. In fact, they were due to the invisible magnetic field. Invisible means which could not be seen. Magnetic fields that filled the empty space around the magnet and hence disturbed the filings. This is where his lack of formal education went against him. You all know, children, he had to stop his formal education. That means going to school, the formal education that you all are receiving. As he didn't receive formal education, he didn't know much about it. Faraday did not know much about the advanced mathematics, so he just copied the iron filing patterns with his hand. He was unable to explain them in the form of mathematical equations. He made hundreds of such drawings, but without equations they were not accepted. You know why? Because they could not be understood. He did it correctly, but because of lack of formal education, he could not make it understood to others. But fortune favored the brave Faraday once again when he made James Maxwell a wealthy, educated physicist, well versed in mathematics. Well versed means he was knowledgeable. He was willing to work with Faraday. It was Maxwell who translated Faraday's idea into a set of equations that are now called Maxwell's equations. Their combined work has helped us in many ways. Electronics and communication systems today are designed around their discoveries. Someday, we might even be able to communicate with aliens. Children, I am sure you know what are aliens. They are like any life form on extraterrestrial origin are called as aliens, coming from different planet, in easy words, across different galaxies. Galaxies are Milky Way, using the products of these discoveries. Faraday's life started with difficulties, but as a great scientist, he made each difficulty with perseverance and conviction. Conviction is belief. He was given impossible tasks which he undertook as challenges and opportunities. He epitomizes what the Walt Disney character Pinocchio said. Epitomizes means is a perfect example of what he says. When you wish upon a star, it does not matter who you are. So don't underestimate your beliefs and give a chance to all your energies and wishes. You can do whatever you want if you believe in your own powers. Have faith and put in all your efforts to get success. So children, here we have completed with the lesson. As you all know, this lesson is taken from Reignited, written by APJ Abdul Kalam and Srijan Pal Singh. Children, now we are going to see about the scientists whose name we have learnt in this lesson and a little work they have done. Their contribution to this scientific world can never be forgotten. They have done so much, but a little of it we are going to see. Without the efforts, the hard work done by these scientists, it was impossible for us to lead this comfortable and luxurious life. So their contribution can never be forgotten. So let us, children, see about these scientists, their work, and do read the lesson and find out the new words and their meanings. So children, this is about Michael Faraday. The whole chapter is based on him and his efforts. Michael Faraday, born in 1791 and died in 1867, was an English scientist who contributed to the study of electromagnetism and electrochemistry. He was highly influenced by Humphrey Davy and William Thomas Brandt. He had notable awards to his credit, a few being Royal Medal, Copley Medal, Rumford Medal and Alfred Medal. Now, he is Humphrey Davy. Humphrey Davy was a British scientist. It was he who found out that the inhalation of nitrous oxide produces surprising results. It came to be known as the laughing gas. He was awarded a medal by Napoleon and he identified the element iodine for the first time. He is remembered for his discoveries of sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium and many more. He was awarded the Copley Medal, Rumford Medal and Royal Medal. Now is Thomas Alva Edison, an American inventor and businessman, has been described as America's greatest inventor. He invented the photograph in 1877, because of which he came to be known as the Wizard of Montauk. Thomas Edison had hearing problems due to his childhood which persisted. The phonograph was the first machine that could record the sound of someone's voice and play it back. Edison recited the nursery rhyme, "Mary had a little lamb," and the phonograph played the words back to him. This was invented by a man whose hearing was poor and thought himself as the deaf. It was Edison who designed the system of power plants. He has got 1093 patents to his credit, many awards to his credit. Some of them are Franklin Medal, Albert Medal, Technical Germany Award and so on. And he is none other than James Clerk Maxwell. He was a Scottish scientist in the field of mathematical physics. His most notable work was to formulate the classical theory of electromagnetic radiation. He is known as the father of modern physics. His other contributions included producing the first color photograph taken in 1861 and many more. He earned an array of awards, to name a few: Rumford Medal, Keith and Hopkins Prize, Adams Prize and many more. So children, the story of all these scientists teaches us never to lose hope. You never know what tomorrow might bring. Keep believing in yourself. Let us see about the exercise of this lesson in our next video. Till then, take care, keep reading. Thank you.